the United States and Israel have declared war on Russia, China, and Iran, with Israel's attack on the Iranian embassy in the Syrian capital Damascus marking the most egregious and outrageous escalation in what is a world war in everything but name. It's no coincidence that attacks have taken place in Russia, Iran, China, Syria, and Yemen all at the same time. All these attacks are related to the war in Gaza and happened within a period of 12 weeks, with the same groups, Al-Qaeda and ISIS, claiming responsibility. What a surprise! What do both these groups have in common? It's their links to the United States and Israel. And isn't it funny that Al-Qaeda and ISIS never mention the war in Gaza? Where is their support for the resistance of their Muslim brothers against Israel and America? You know, at the start of this war, it was only Hamas. The next day, Hezbollah entered. Then it was Iraq, Yemen, and Syria. Now, it's no longer a regional war, but a global one. It is a world war in all but name. Have Russia, China, and Iran been attacked over their support for the resistance? In Russia, it seems the US are very unhappy that Putin was re-elected, or that in February, delegations of all the Palestinian factions, including Hamas and Fatah, were hosted in Moscow. And they're especially not happy that Putin crushed NATO in Ukraine, solidifying his victory with a new assault that the Western media don't seem to cover, or that the sanctions imposed by the West utterly backfired. The head of Russia's FSB said that US, UK, and Ukraine were behind the recent concert attack, and a new attack was foiled only days later. You know, if the US blew up the Nord Stream pipelines, and they did, and they attacked the Kremlin with drones, which they did, then what's to stop them from doing something like this? Putin is probably furious, and he should be, and I've no doubt his ire will exact revenge in good time. Next door in China, it's no secret the US have been waging an economic war for years out of jealousy over Beijing's technical and economic prowess. The US economic model has become obsolete. Many countries flock to join China's New Silk Road, BRICS, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The US have tried to attack and undermine China using Hong Kong, Taiwan, Tibet, and AUKUS in the South China Sea. But what really has the Americans and Israelis angry is that Russia and China made a recent deal with the Houthis that guarantees the safety of their commercial ships, a large percentage of which pass through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait and the Red Sea. In exchange, Russia and China shall afford Yemen